Hey guys, so informal video time. I am on my way and I'm getting ready to pack for Katsucon. It's a Comic-Con type convention, anime convention up in Maryland. And I'm bringing both of my Iron Man suits. And so I took a poll on YouTube asking you guys if you'd want me to vlog that experience. Now, it's not about Katsucon in particular. It's really about just traveling with Armored Cosplays. Now, this is going to be different than how I normally fly over to like California, WonderCon. When it comes time for WonderCon in March, I will also vlog and document that because I am bringing both suits to that as well. That's going to use a lot of suitcases. But I want to take you guys through what it's like to go to a Comic-Con or an event with Armored Cosplay. So I want to talk about the things I'm going to bring, how I'm going to transport the suits, things you want to think about while, on your way there. I'm going to try to get footage there, record, meet some awesome people, and just have a good time. And then I'll have some closing thoughts at the end. So this is about to be a 4-day vlog. Oh God, help. Okay, so first things first, I need to get the suits off of the stands. Now, depending on the size of your vehicle, you can do this a billion different ways. But I went to Walmart and I was able to find this massive tote, this heart tote. And not only does it have wheels on the back, it has a really cool handle on the front. And since I only need to get it to and from my car, into the hotel, whatever, this is what I'm going to be using here. I did also grab 2 more locking crates. They're like this. They don't have handles, but they have handles on the side, and they have wheels, but I could probably like put a rope through it. But I'm pretty sure with my experience with packing my suits, I actually think I can get both suits into this crate. I'm not concerned about putting the lid on it. If some stuff sticks out, that's fine. Like, it's not getting thrown around. I have a small car, so I really have to consider how I'm fitting things in here. But believe it or not, in my 2-door coupe thing, this fits in the back seat. So we're going to utilize this. If I have to leave like the helmets out or have one extra suitcase to throw some stuff in, that's fine. But let's start breaking down the suits and getting them into the crate. Okay, hi. Yeah, I have, oh God, there's so much parts. Okay, maybe I'll be able to fit everything. It's a lot of parts, but a lot of things can go inside of each other. The 85 really doesn't take up that much space. We'll see. Now, some people use bubble wrap for stuff like this. I've never been a fan of bubble wrap. I had it melt a few times to paint jobs. So I use packing paper. It doesn't scratch your paint, and you can layer it between, 2 pieces, and it holds it just fine. This is what I use in my suitcases. So I have a whole box of this stuff saved up. There's a Shiba behind me. Hi, Maya. And I'm gonna use this to start just piling everything in the tote. Okay, I am sweating. Why am I so hot? Okay, my stomach was a little bit bigger than my eyes were a little bit bigger than my stomach. Wasn't able to get everything in it, but all I couldn't fit was the upper torso of Star Boost, which I kind of had a feeling about. When I went to New York City Comic Con, I had to carry this in a bag. That's fine. And then obviously Star Boost's legs. I can break these down, which is good. But that's not bad. I was able to fit the entire Mark 85 in here, 2 helmets, and everything's loosely packed, and it's not that heavy. I know I can fit this in my car, so I'm actually probably gonna go and move this into my car now, and then that frees up, let's see, my entire trunk and my passenger seat. So I still have plenty of room. This is gonna take up almost no space in the back at all. This actually might ride shotgun with me, I don't know yet, but yeah. So everything's loosely packed. It can wobble around a little bit. It's not going to take damage though. Yeah, so we'll keep pressing on, and after I get this in the car, we're going to talk about all the extra stuff I think you should bring, especially if you're dealing with electronics, cosplay, emergency repair, kind of stuff like that. Wow, it's so hot. Okay, so I have the tote in the back of my car now. It takes up my entire back seat. So I need to start being more conscious with space saving. Now, this is what I did for New York Comic Con. I just put Starboost's entire chest in a trash bag and carried it in. It works fine, it's nice and light, but there's a lot of empty space in here, so I'm gonna actually use that to store my Red Hood cosplay. I'm very excited to be bringing this, and it packs much smaller. This is the entire costume except like underwear, all in this little container, the boots and the helmet. I'm only gonna put this in there, I think, and I'll put this tote in my trunk or whatever. But yeah, think about just how much empty space you have in something. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for the legs. I was able to break them down, put them in a trash bag, and then both of these will fit in the trunk. And then I have my entire front seat and then a little bit behind my seats for like a backpack and a suitcase. So I am completely solid on space. I'm even able to bring my one wheel. It's gonna be a blast. I have no idea if this is like good audio quality. I don't know if my car is too loud. But yeah, it's Friday. I am on my way. I have an hour left. I'm almost there. It's raining. I'm late. My butt hurts. I've been sitting for 3 hours. I probably should take a break, but I don't want to. I kind of want to just get there. So 4 hour straight shot. The weather sucks. I gotta get to the hotel, unpack my packed car, get the Red Hood costume out, get into the Red Hood costume, get to the event, find parking. I heard it's a nightmare. That's gonna be great. And yeah, we're gonna see how it all goes. God, I'm tired. I was up so early. And yeah, and then tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, that's when we're putting on the armor. So by then I'll have it laid out, and yeah, it's gonna be an event. Oh, buddy. Oh, that's a good shot right there. Arrow, what's the best part about Katsucon?
You have
no one cares. Okay, hey, so it's day 3 of Katsucon, and I kind of made a small mistake. I had my Mark 85 on yesterday, but I didn't get any footage of myself putting it on. But really, it's just a time lapse of me suiting up. You guys have seen that before. I'm here in my hotel room with everything laid out, and I wanted to just touch up or talk about a few things to think about when doing this. Now, my hotel room isn't attached to the con. I'm actually down the road from it. So every day I need to get one of the suits into one of the totes, and yeah, I've lost my voice, guys, from just yelling over crowds, and it's a mood. So I had the Mark 85 yesterday, all laid out into the crate, and I put that in my car, brought it to the con, blah blah blah, suited up. But before you do that, make sure you always do systems checks. Check your electricals, check your wires, make sure everything works. Just because it worked back in North Carolina before I put it in my car doesn't mean a wire didn't come loose inside the backpack. It doesn't mean the helmet didn't break. It doesn't mean something weird didn't happen. So always take that into consideration. The Mark 85 went fine, didn't have any problems with it, but I'm about to test the Mark 39. And there's 2 things I actually need to finish that I forgot about. I need to tape a battery pack, a new battery pack, into the backpack for the new lights I added. And then I also need to make sure the gloves work. And actually, we can test the helmet right now. Okay, so that works. Looks good. Cool. Awesome. So the helmet works. We're going to test everything else. That's all simple stuff you guys have seen. But what I didn't show you guys before I left was my toolkit. This is my emergency cosplay repair kit. And it's a nice little tackle box. I got it I don't know, the store. And it has basically everything you need to fix suits, Iron Man suits. I have extra foam, duct tape, a little voltmeter, a screwdriver set, more tape, Velcro, my soldering iron, a bunch of just tools up here, which is very handy to have. And then we have more tools, Allen keys, extra magnets, limit switches, reed switches, parts to the soldering iron, a lot of wires, batteries, different types of connectors, charging cables, loose and spare wires, heat shrink, more buckles and elastic and nylon straps, electrical tape, more elastic straps, cyanoacrylate glue,
the activator for the cyanoacrylite, paraphernalia, LED eyes, servos, more connectors, and a couple extra Alicia boards and pre-programmed Arduinos. All 4 of these Arduinos have the code to my suit on them, just in case something happens, just in case the board decides to poop itself. I have backup. Oh, and hot glue. So having this kit, I can pretty much on the fly repair nearly anything that's going to go wrong with my suit. You will have servos strip out over time. You will have LEDs start to flicker out and die. It's just part of the game. So make sure you guys have that stuff on hand. I also made sure I laid out the undersuit for Star Boost. So I have my black spandex shirt and my black spandex pants. I have the balaclava for my helmet. I have the compression socks because I'm going to be on my feet all day. I have the knee braces to stop from wear and tear. The white gloves for underneath the gloves. So get everything laid out. Make sure you're not missing anything. And then I'm going to pack it in, and I'm going to try to set up this camera and do a time lapse of me suiting up in Star Boost for the first time. Because like I said, I already have that. So it's going to be a cool day. I'm going to try to get some footage and show you guys some really cool people. So stay tuned.
End of Sunday. It was a blast. I'm tired. Gonna go get food.
Okay, so I still have no idea how the audio on this thing sounds, but all my stuff is packed up, so hopefully it's kind of good. We're all packed up. Suits are back in the case. I really have to sneeze. I was able to kind of fit a little bit more in the tote. I'm going to have to take stuff off to get it into my car. But we're packed up. It was a successful weekend. I've pretty much lost my voice, and my allergies are kicking my butt. Sneeze number 3. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I have a lot more little clips to try to grab to explain like the whole weekend. But yeah, traveling alone with Armored Cosplay, it's a pain. It's a real pain, but we're making it work. And yeah, we'll get back to the house and talk about it. All right, back in the house. Here's the tote. Here's the chest to Star Boost, the legs, my kit thing, and my backpack. So we're gonna get, oh, and the red hood. So we're gonna get this upstairs, and we'll talk about what I learned. Hey, Blue. Hi, bud. Hi. You're a good boy. Hi. 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 Okay. I have stuff to do, dude. I have stuff to do. And you don't care.
All right, we are back home, guys. I've mostly already unpacked, and before we close out the video, I just want to rehash and talk about a few things that I honestly discovered in this trip alone. Quick sidebar though, this whole trip, nothing broke except until I got back home, was carrying everything up the stairs, and I dropped my red hood helmet, and the top like exploded apart. Luckily it's battle damaged, I can fix it, but I call it a pretty successful trip. If this is the worst thing that happened, I'll take that. That's a win. But I want to talk about missing out. I don't know why this more than any other con I've been to, I feel like I missed out on a lot of stuff. I did this by myself. I brought 2 Iron Man suits to this con, packed them in my car. I did it alone. I didn't have a dedicated friend or group of people to hang out with the entire weekend. I didn't have a dedicated handler. And that can be super risky. Luckily, I was able to run into a lot of people there who I do know, and I felt bad. I was actually kind of like trading myself off. Hey, can you help me suit up? Hey, can you hold my phone for a little bit? Hey, can you come back to this person's room with me to help me suit down? So I felt like a burden a lot of the time, and that's definitely something you need to take into consideration. If you don't have a dedicated handler, or just asking somebody to be a handler to begin with, that's a big ask. Because not only can they not really walk around the con as freely as they might want to, you're asking them to kind of, babysit you the whole time. I can't thank everybody enough for helping me at this con. I mean, Archie, Geekstrong, Madison, Lisa's group. Like, there were so many different people, and people I met for the first time at this con, like literally met the day before, who were so willing to help and hang out. Jared, Sarah, Lainey, Foggy, all like, so many people were so awesome and so willing, but make sure you temper that. Don't put it all on one person, because I don't know if any of these people would have said no, or maybe they're just too nice to, but definitely take that into consideration. The other thing was missing out on content. I'm stuck in an Iron Man suit. A lot of people at cons, they're taking Instagram pictures, they're filming TikToks, they're having fun, and they can post that immediately. I couldn't do any of that. I couldn't take my own pictures. I couldn't stand there and take selfies. I couldn't record things to post them on social media while I was in the suit. So I was locked in and pretty much cut off from everybody. Not to mention the phone service there was absolutely abysmal. But you're not able to enjoy being in the moment as much as you might want. When I was in my Red Hood costume, I was able to film, take pictures, and have a lot of fun with that. But then afterwards, I had to go and get photos from so many people involving my Iron Man suits. Photographers are taking photos of it all day, but unless I get their contact information, I'm never gonna see those pictures. So you're really filling up somebody else's portfolio and filling up somebody else's Instagram or TikTok feeds when you're walking around in such a heavily armored cosplay that kind of takes you away from it. So again, having a good handler who can sit there and take pictures and is willing to work with you and have fun with you, that can make or break the con. So I definitely felt it more at this one than any other, not having that dedicated handler to really help me, get the photos I wanted, but it was still an absolutely roaring success, and I got some beautiful photos back. I mean, just look at some of these pictures. I'm still waiting on a couple videos back from some people, but they take longer to process. But seeing Starboost in some of these shots made me fall in love with it all over again. But that's not what this video is about. It's about traveling to and from the cons. It was definitely difficult to do, but I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need no man. So I was able to get a lot of it done by myself. And I will be releasing a vlog about flying with Armored Cosplay. I'm going to be taking both suits to WonderCon, so that's going to be a real crazy experience by itself. But I will have some dedicated handlers there to help me suit up and suit down. But I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. Please leave your comments, questions, and concerns down below. I read all of the comments. I will do my best to respond to as many as possible. And if you found this type of video helpful, traveling with Armored Cosplay, please definitely let me know. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. I have a lot more videos coming out. I have new suits in work. I'm rehashing and fixing the suits I'm working on now, and I'm excited to share it all with you guys. Thank you everybody at Katsucon who helped me throughout the weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You have a good day.